First one I'm going to do is new. I want to one day memorize it, but I'm not there yet, so I have to go old-fashioned with paper. That's right. This is called The Heartbeat of a Woman. A woman's heart drives her through life with a pulse destined to be heard by the world as she passes by, unaware that its beating cannot be silenced, though she attempts to guard it closely and keep it locked in a secret place. And you stand in her presence thinking, what is that sound pouring out of her mouth, her eyes, her spirit? Well, it's the heartbeat of a woman, of course. It could be the staccato tapping of her fast-paced life as career woman, mother, wife feels more like servant, slave, second-class citizen, or the mournful throb of her physical and emotional struggles playing constantly in the background, never to be heard except by her God in private tears and helpless prayers. Did you catch the thumping sound of bravery when she confidently married outside of her own race? It sounded a little offbeat to you because she's colorblind and you, well, you're still just a little tone deaf. It's the crashing symbol of the single mother fighting to raise her son to be a good man in a world that will never celebrate him, and her daughter to be a woman of self-respect in a world that will praise her for being anything but. If you come closer, I'll whisper to you that it might even be the intriguing rhythms of the woman who lives a life of worth, service, and love, and is not a Christian. But you just can't seem to hear that, so I'll just nod to that beat over here by myself. Hear that knocking sound? It's her, refusing to give up hope, pleading with motherhood to grant her entry this time, despite her treacherous body and its past failures. And she cries out in agony when just on the other side of that motherhood door, she hears the pitter-patter of a daughter's fetal drum until the choice that leaves behind a deafening silence. It's the pounding of the abuse she suffered, the abuse she survived, the abuse she escaped, and the abuse she unwittingly found herself facing again. And though she's been physically and emotionally beat on, her heart still beats on for the sake of her children and in faith that she survived on purpose, not by chance. Maybe it's the syncopated rhythm of the lesbian mothers who don't raise their daughters to be a lesbian when she grows up, but instead teach her that since love never fails, she'll never be seen as a failure based on who she loves. That pulse is a little slower, a little dimmer after 90 long years. And yet its strength remains the backbone of a family, the undertone to each individual heart that it's touched over time, a legacy that will continue long after the song peacefully ends. Do you know her? Have you heard her? Do you see her in the mirror? Does she share your bed at night? She's out there, you see her every day. Close your eyes, listen for her. Then cherish the precious sound of the heartbeat of a woman.